What's up everyone? Welcome back to my channel. It is July. It's been a minute. I haven't posted a vlog in like 4 months. And I know this video is titled Paris Fashion Week vlog, and it's gonna be all about Paris Fashion Week, how to shoot Paris Fashion Week, tips, tricks, if you wanna shoot runways, if you wanna shoot street style, if you wanna work with influencers, celebrities. During Fashion Week, this is gonna be the video for you. And I'm gonna dive a little bit into how I have been able to shoot Fashion Week. I've shot New York Fashion Week, Milan Fashion Week, Paris Fashion Week, and we're also just gonna vlog it up a little bit. I filmed some of my time in Paris and it was lovely as always. I hadn't been back to Paris since February of 2020, right before the pandemic hit, so it was beautiful, beautiful to see. Just want to say thank you to everyone who is watching this, however you stumbled upon this, thank you for being here, and let's roll the intro. The first way that you can shoot Fashion Week is to shoot directly with an influencer or a celebrity. And surprisingly, this might be the easiest way to do it. I have preached in so many of my videos, in my tips for videographers video, tips for creatives video, I'm gonna link them all right here. It's really important to do outreach, to reach out to people, whether that's Instagram, email, a letter. I'm just kidding, don't write a letter. But we live in an age where literally you can connect with anyone by sending a simple message on Instagram. Go in the DMs, make yourself available, be professional. But again, obviously don't be hurt if not everyone replies because they have so many people DMing them probably. But reach out to a lower level, mid-level influencer or celebrity that might be attending and just make yourself available. The caveat with this is a lot of the times if you don't have a pre-existing relationship, you kind of have to already be in those cities. So if you want to shoot Paris Fashion Week, you have to be in Paris a lot of the time for people to hire you. It's unless you're a really, really close collaborator, someone that you've worked with before, 9 times out of 10, they will not be paying to fly you to Paris from wherever in the world you live. They likely won't be paying for your accommodations. Sometimes they may not even pay you for your work, unfortunately. You kind of have to see if it's worth trading off, being able to develop this relationship with them, which could in fact lead to further opportunities with them and sacrifice not getting paid. So that's kind of for you to decide, but it is really, really helpful. I did want to say off the bat to just be in these cities. If you want to shoot New York Fashion Week, if you want to shoot Milan Fashion Week, if you want to shoot Paris Fashion Week, London Fashion Week, whatever, if you decide to go, and kind of just wing it to an extent and try to find work once you're there. I highly recommend that. I've done that before when I was starting out. So yeah, if you want to shoot Paris Fashion Week, reach out to people, send them a nice message and say, hey, I'm a videographer or photographer or both, and I am here for Paris Fashion Week and I wanted to make myself available. If you are looking for a photographer to work with, a videographer to work with, you can find my work here on my Instagram or my portfolio linked in my bio. Let me know if you have any questions. Something as easy as that. Something that's also very helpful is if you decide to just go to Fashion Week with no jobs lined up, you can also just go outside of the shows and shoot street style. This can be very good for your portfolio. It allows you to, build some street style photos, some fashion photos, capture some celebrities, which may help draw attention to your work. I hate to say it, but I feel like a lot of the time we live in an age where it's really all about who you're working or who is in front of your lens. If you're capturing celebrities, you're gonna have more eyeballs on your work, and it may be easier for you to get more exposure and get more work subsequently. So if you decide to just go to Fashion Week and shoot street style, that can be a very good opportunity for you too. You can just go outside of the shows, 30 minutes before the show. You're gonna see a lot of other street style photographers there. It gets a little hectic, there's a lot of people who are fighting for position, who are fighting to get that shot, and everyone's gonna get the same shot. Like there's 50 photographers out there, and there's only so much, like you guys are all getting the same photo, right? So you kind of have to find a way to be creative, whether that's using filters, whether that's, getting a different angle, whether that's doing video, something I highly recommend if you're doing just street style. A lot of people don't do video, it's a lot of photography. So if you wanna stand out, capture video, do some slow motion stuff, some beauty shots, kind of a little recap, like 10 to 15 seconds. And something I highly recommend if you're just shooting street style and you're not there hired by anyone, make sure you're editing them as quickly as possible. You're going back to your Airbnb, you're going back to your hotel, and you're posting them either on your Instagram story or Instagram feed, and you're tagging the person who you shot. And a lot of the times, these influencers, celebrities, they're there to be photographed. They are styled by the designer of the show that they're attending. They want to show it off. They're there for work. They're likely getting paid to be there. So they definitely want photos of themselves. So if you tag them on Instagram, on your story, or on your feed, you're more than likely going to get reposted by them. If you get reposted by them, that means that your Instagram conversation is now open. If you send them a DM, they will get a notification. It won't just be a request. So that is very helpful, because if they reposted your photo, that means they like your photo. If they like your photo, that means they like your work, and that could turn into more work. So let's say you're day one of Paris Fashion Week and you get reposted by, I have no idea, just a random basketball player or something, or a random model. Like you can, make yourself available, like let them know, hey, I'm here for Fashion Week. I would love to just shoot more of you if you will have me. That could lead to you meeting up with them in their hotel, you meeting up with them somewhere outside of the show, either before or after, and that will give you an opportunity to create unique images that is not your typical street style shot that everyone outside of the show is getting. So there's definitely a science to it. There's definitely an art. There's definitely a lot of relationship building, a lot of communication. So you really have to choose, how to do it.
What's up, Pete? Woo.
Open this up. This is what it is. Granville, Christian Dior, Paris. Oh shit, it's perfume. Fire. If you really want to shoot runways, that might be a little bit more difficult. From my experience, European fashion weeks for runway are a little bit more exclusive. There aren't as many photographers in the photo pit at the show, and a lot of these photographers have been doing this for 20, 30, 40 years. Like it's the same guys. They're all shooting for their own publications that they have been working for decades. So it is a little bit more competitive. That's not to say that you can't. For example, this time around, I was able to shoot the Dior runway show and the Kid Super runway show. So for Dior, I was actually invited by one of my friends who was shooting for a French magazine. His name is Pete Costa. And I actually interviewed him on my channel in my series Behind the Lens. So if you want to watch that interview, I'll link it up here. But Pete is a really, really close friend of mine, and he was shooting for a French magazine and invited me to shoot the runway. So I was able to go in with him in that regard and shoot the runway. And that was a really, really amazing experience. Dior is obviously such an iconic brand. Kim Jones is the creative director for the men's line right now, so it was really cool to see his new collection, and I was able to get some photos, do some video as well, and it was just an amazing experience. Final day of men's fashion week here in Paris. We're on our way to shoot our final show. We're doing Thom Browne, a New York-based designer, and we're doing some street style today. So super quick, super cute, and just gonna go do that, have some dinner, and come back because tomorrow is a very special day. Tomorrow, my friend Brian from high school is actually getting engaged here in Paris. He's proposing to his longtime girlfriend at 8 a.m., which is way, way earlier than I've been waking up. So gonna keep it mellow tonight, but you know, let's go to this Thom Browne show, take some photos, and then I'll see you guys on the other side. We just shot the arrivals for Thom Browne. Since we're not actually shooting the runway today, you know, we shot the guests arriving, some street style looks, if you will, and now we are just waiting for the show to be over and then shooting the guests exiting. I have a couple friends who are attending Race and Issa, who are both Olympic fencers. So yeah, now it's just a waiting game. But let me show you what it looks like from the outside. All right, so all these black cars right here brought the guests to the show, and on the other side of that is the entrance and all the people waiting. No, we'll see. We'll show you what exits look like now. It is 8 a.m. here in Paris. I'm still basically wearing the same thing as yesterday. Don't judge me. One of my friends from high school is actually getting engaged this morning here in Paris. So we're here in the Tuileries, which is right across the street from the Louvre. Yeah, just super exciting. We'll see how it goes. I'm the first one here. I'm like very nervous. But he has a photographer. I'm just doing some little side video for him, just for fun. But his family should be here. They should be here any minute. So I'll show you guys that in a second. Right, we're here at the Tuileries, and it's gonna happen right here. The Louvre, for reference, is like somewhere back here behind these trees. Love is such a beautiful, universal truth. But yeah, I don't know. I've known Brian since we were in 7th grade, or 6th grade technically. So it's crazy, he's growing up. that's a wrap on Paris. I'm at the airport. I'm on the terminal shuttle at Charles de Gaulle, but Paris was amazing. My first men's fashion week. Couldn't have asked for anything better. And now our European vacation continues. We're off to Italy next. We're going to Milan for one day for a pretty special shoot, so you should stay tuned for that. But after that, we're going to Lake Como, and then after that, either Spain or Portugal before going back home. But thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you. Hope you're staying safe out there. Thank you for the support. Hopefully you learned something from this. Any questions, leave them in the comments below. DM me on Instagram at Saul Lopez. I respond to every single person. But with that, I'll see you guys later. Peace.
I might just hit it through. That's on my element. I like dark skins, love a melanin. Talk, push, move, talk. When I'm stepping in.